Hello?
Yes,
Okay. Hi. What's your name?
Blanco.
Blanco. And how do
Yes,
you spell that?
BLANCO.
Okay. I like to ask people how they spell it because some people spell their names different.
I understand.
Okay. So, my name is Destiny. Are you
Okay,
ready for the interview for my podcast?
I am.
Okay. So, when's your birthday? You can
My
just tell
birthday.
me the year and the month.
Okay, August
I mean,
1st,
no, no,
69.
no, no, no. You don't have to tell me the year. I messed up.
Oh, that's
Um, I
not a
messed
problem
up.
actually.
I
It's
meant
cool.
the
It's
month
cool.
and the
Relax, bro.
day. The month and the
Okay,
day.
okay. August 1st.
August 1st?
Yes, I'm a Leo.
Okay, and what's your race?
I'm Puerto Rican, Hispanic.
Okay, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, actually. Born and raised.
Oh, okay. And how long have you been incarcerated for?
Oh well. Do you really want to know the truth, actually?
Your term right now.
Okay, right now I just been incarcerated for like 4 months, actually.
4 months?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We can talk about your your other stuff on a different subject, okay? A different
Okay.
topic. Okay, so my first question is, what do you consider wife material?
Oh, what do I consider wife? Oh, you mean like in a woman? What do I
Yes,
see in a
that you
woman?
would want to
Oh,
marry.
okay. Well, first of all, you have to understand, trust is everything in a relationship. Trust, honesty, and sincerity. Without that, there isn't any foundation in a relationship. So you need those three things. 'Cause that's very important. That's the core of every relationship. If it doesn't have that, it's not going to work. I like a person who's trustworthy, a woman that's independent, who doesn't have to depend on no man or no one, who's strong-minded, who has a great self-esteem, things of that nature. Hello?
Okay, while you're talking, I'm putting it on mute.
Okay.
So I'm listening
So
to you.
yeah, so
Thank you.
that's what I consider wife material. Someone that's very important actually. No, but me per se, I wouldn't want a woman who's just who has a low self-esteem, who's gonna lie to me, who's not sincere, or can't be honest, because then a lot of things can go wrong. So sometimes when you're into a relationship with someone, you have to accept them for what they are. You don't try to change a person. You have to accept them for who they are and what they are.
Okay, thank you. So, do you care if they work or not?
Uh, no, it doesn't matter to me. But I think a woman who's self-sufficient, independent. I mean, it doesn't really matter actually. I mean, it's her free will. If she chooses to work, that's fine. It will help out a great deal if I'm involved with her in a relationship, and it will help out a great deal. It will contribute to what we have going on in a relationship as far as paying a bill financially or whatever it is. But no, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it's up to her actually. It's her free will. I'm not one going to tell her she cannot work. If she chooses to work, then that's on her. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, so you don't have a problem with someone being a stay-at-home wife while you go to work.
No, that's not an issue because why? Why? Like I'm not. I don't know. I seem to be different actually. It doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't matter because if I'm secure in what I do in my job, and if I have a very good job and I get paid really well, it shouldn't matter. But if she chooses to work, then that's what she chooses to do. I'm not going to stop her from doing what she chooses to do. I mean, it would be, it would help me a great deal. It would contribute to me paying my bills, paying our bills actually, and everything else. But if she chooses to stay at home, I'm fine with that too. It doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you. So, if a woman is a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom and wife, what do you expect for her to be doing while you're at work?
Wow. I mean, that's a simple question actually. I mean, if you're staying at home, right? First of all, I expect like you maintain the house, nice, decent, clean house. You know, um, but you tend to things that need to be done during that day, whatever it may be, whatever your chores may be during that day. I don't know. You may want to clean the bathroom. You may want to do the laundry. You may want to take my clothes to the cleaners. You may want to take the kids out to the park. You may want to do grocery shopping. I expect these things need to be done because why should I do it? If I'm working all day, why should I come home and then I have to do the laundry, or I have to clean the house, or I have to clean the bathroom, or I have to take the kids out? You know, I expect you to do that because you're at home every day, so you have more time to spend with the kids, and you have more time at home to do these things as opposed to myself because I'm working all day. So I don't have time to do that. So, and I expect to come home to something to eat, you know, a nice meal, a nice good dinner. That wouldn't hurt either.
Okay, thank you. What if you come home and the house is a mess and she tells you she didn't want to clean up today?
Well, you know, things happen sometimes. Sometimes you have an off day, and I understand that. You know, everybody's not here. Sometimes, some days you don't want to be here, and I understand that. Sometimes I may not want to go to work, and I go to work late. You know, sometimes I might not go to work at all. So that's understandable. Sometimes you have an off day. Sometimes you're not feeling well, and that's understandable. But if it's being repetitive, if it's something that you're doing every day, then now it seems to be a problem. But if it's something that just happens periodically or frequently, you know, like you know, that's understandable. But I understand sometimes, you know, I mean, let me tell you something, right? Being a housewife and being a woman staying at home is very hard. It really is. I was married for for a lot of years, 13 years, so I understand and I know. And that's something that I have to commend a woman doing because sometimes, you know, like I wouldn't be able to do that. So I understand. You know, you have your off days, so that's understandable. I wouldn't be upset about it if that's what you're asking me. I wouldn't get like, oh, irate and erratic. I know. I wouldn't do that. You know, you have to be understanding towards that. I understand. Sometimes you just not here.
Okay, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
when it comes to a woman's physical appearance, what are your top three favorites?
Wow. Oh, it doesn't really matter actually because you know what? I know what a woman wants, and a woman wants to be beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. But beauty is not something that's visible. Beauty is something that's the inner self of a person, and I understood that a long time ago. So I don't really look for something like that. Well, my top three, if you're asking that, I look for femininity in a woman. I look for a woman that's very ladylike, feminine. You know, 'cause that's what appeals to me. To me, that's sexy. You know, femininity. A woman who can be herself. You know, a woman that have self-esteem. Don't get me wrong, looks play a part too, you know, but it's not a big part, you know, because sometimes it doesn't really matter, you know. But pretty much that's what I really look for. I look for femininity in the woman. I don't really have any top three categories. It's just that alone appeals to me entirely. That alone just catches my attention in a woman. A sex appeal. I look for that actually. That's what I look for. I don't care how bad she may look, you know. But if she, you know, if she got a fucking potty mouth and things like that or nasty attitude, then to me she's ugly. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I look for this. I look for the femininity in the female. That's what appeals to me. That's what attracts me to a female. So I really don't have a top three. Looks plays a big part though. Yeah, it does, you know, but I'm not so much on looks either.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any favorite body parts on a woman?
Oh, I do actually. I'm sorry if that's what you were asking me. I do. I like the, you know, the rear end, but I like her to have a nice, you know, she got to be firm. You know, something that's firm. You know, cushion in the back doesn't hurt. You know, yeah, something that's firm. I love the legs. I love the nice thighs of a woman. You know, I love a woman who has pretty feet. You know, takes care of feet. Gets a pedicure every once in a while. That doesn't hurt. Yeah, things like that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, so what races are you interested in?
You mean a waist like size, actually?
No race. Like, do
Oh,
you,
race? Oh, no, it doesn't actually me. I don't discriminate. at all. But I've always been into black women because my wife was Panamanian, she was black, and I had it for 13 years, and I had Hispanic. I never been with a woman who was of Caucasian race or Asian woman. So it's either those two actually. It's either Hispanic or African American black woman. That's
Okay.
what I'm really into. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And what age range?
Oh, I like older women. You know, it has to be over 30 and up. Anything under that, I'm not really into because they could be my kids. So
Okay. You have kids?
no, I said they can be my kids if they
Oh,
were that
okay.
age.
Okay, I heard that. When it comes to, okay, would you date a woman with children?
Sure, why not? It doesn't bother me.
How many? What's your max?
Does it matter?
Yes, does
It
it matter
doesn't.
to you whether she has 5 kids, 10 kids, one child?
No, I don't think it does actually. Not really. It doesn't. It doesn't really matter to me. Like, why should it? I'm not dating the kid. I'm dating her.
Okay, and what age range?
It doesn't. Like I said. Well, if you want to if you want to get honest, I have I have a daughter actually. By the way, if you asking, and she's only 8 years old. Okay,
Okay, so
and
would you, when you're dating a woman, well, that's what I mean by the age range. Like, how old does her youngest child have to
it doesn't.
be?
It doesn't really matter. I don't know. It could be probably from a toddler on up, probably. You
Would you
know.
date someone with a newborn?
I don't see why not because maybe I can raise the kid as my kid. You never know.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And how much does a woman have to weigh?
How much does she has to weigh? Like you mean in weight size?
Yes.
Oh wow. It doesn't matter. I don't know, man. It doesn't. I don't look for petite woman, big woman. I don't. I say probably in between, maybe. I don't know. I think maybe the most 160, probably 165. That'd be like the most I've ever dated a woman actually, which I did actually, which was my daughter mother. She was like 155, 160. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but as long as she's very proportioned, though. I mean, it can't be like a sloppy type of weight. It has to be proportioned. It has to be. She maintains herself at least. At least have some dignity. You know, in the way
Oh
you
my
look.
God.
You
Okay.
dig what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. So, um, I forgot what I was.
Yeah, you cool. You
I
good, baby. You
forgot
good.
the question.
You have 1 minute left.
Oh, you have 1 minute left. I
Yeah, I know.
forgot the question I was going to ask you, but
Okay.
if you went on a date with someone and they were a female, and at the end of the date they told you they were born a male, what's your reaction? What's your response?
Well, I would be a bit surprised, actually. I wouldn't be really fully upset. I would be surprised. I may be disappointed because, first of all, you should have told me beforehand, you know? Okay, so that's, I would be disappointed because of that reason. Because you deceived me, and you led me on to think something that was actually what it was. That's not.
Would you go
So,
on another date with them?
no, I would not, but it doesn't stop me from being friends with them.
So you would be friends with them, but you wouldn't be romantic with them.
No.
Okay. Oh, what is a word that you are not
Thank you
going
for using Securus. Goodbye.
to